Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by today. Today's beer is Clown Shoes Ride the Lion. And this is a brewed once beer, guys. They did this back in 2014, I think. It does have a bottled on date here. And it says bottled on 06/18/2014. So almost 2 years in the bottle. We're into May, and time you see this, it may be even June. I'm a week or two ahead. So that's a long time for a bottle, especially to sit on a store shelf, unless it's come out of Rico's personal stash, and he did send me this beer. So thanks again, Rico, for all the wonderful beers you do send, sir. This is a wee heavy, and this is a big beer too. This is an 11%er, and according to the label here, it says Ride the Line Wee Heavy Ale, malt beverage brewed with natural flavor and aged in bourbon barrels. So, for it to be bottled in 2014, how long was it in the bourbon barrels before it was bottled? So, this very well could be a 2013 brewed beer, and we're just now doing it in 2016. So this beer's got a little age on it already, and it's been aged in the bottle almost 2 years already. So makes me drool just thinking about it, especially being aged. I don't do too many wee heavies that's aged in bourbon barrels, so this will be a nice treat, I hope. So once again, Rico, thanks a bunch, my brother, for sending all the wonderful beers you do. Information on this beer, 11%, and Beer Advocate says availability limited, brewed once, retired. So, commercial description says here on Rate Beer, descended from a notorious clan of Scottish lore. Head brewer Dan Lipke channeled the tartan tapestry encoded in his DNA to create a formidable wee heavy. The beer has been aged in 100% in fresh bourbon barrels. Ask yourself, who needs to ride the lion? But it doesn't say how long it was aged in the bourbon barrels. So, we're going to find out. This is a big bottle. It's a 22 ouncer. And I'm going to confirm the ABV. It does have 11% written on here. So we got the ABV and we got the date right here on the side written in yellow, which is a bottled on date. Kind of easy to see, especially with the condensation. Doesn't have the IBUs. I do not have that anywhere on this. Not super critical on this style of beer. We're not drinking an IPA or a double IPA. They just want to balance the IBUs out with the sweet malt that they're using to brew this wee heavy beer. So, don't think there's anything else there, so let's go over. Food pairings, cheeses, buttery brie, Gouda, Havarti Swiss, some meat as smoked meat and salmon, glassware, pint, Bacaronic, tumbler, snifter. I've got my favorite glass, a solid beer glass, and can be sold for a long, long time. So, it's been selling long enough, don't you think? Let's get the cap off this puppy. Ooh, nice hiss on this one. Ah, bourbon. Looks very typical of a wee heavy coming out. Nice brown, a muddy brown color coming out. Let's stand it up, see if we can produce any head. Sometimes it's just like, I didn't leave her very much. She might get mad at me. About a finger of head on that pour, a little less than that. And over to the light, it is a muddy brown, murky brown color. See a little bit of light through here, but it is pretty brown in the upper bowl part of this glass. Pretty typical bourbon barrel aged wee heavy. Mmm, sounds good. Let's get a nose on it. Getting hints of that bourbon. Sweet caramel, toffee, maybe even some brown sugar or molasses. Sweet malt, a very sweet malt on this. Not a big hop presence on there. This is not an IPA or a double IPA. This is not something you'd want a big piney, grapefruity, West Coast style of hop. I'm getting the bourbon. Let's dive into it. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Rico. Oh yeah, very nice bourbon. And according to what they said here in the description, all right, tablet work. Fresh bourbon barrels. So that usually means first run, first time those bourbon barrels have had beer in them. And that's a good thing. A lot of the breweries will use those barrels over and over and over. And the bourbon, once you put beer in them and let it set, it comes back out. They can be used again, but it's not going to have that big up in your face bourbon taste the second, third, fourth time around. It's going to get less each time. Caramel, toffee, sweet malt, brown sugar, molasses, maybe some light hints of some dark fruit in there. Those will come out more as it warms up to room temperature, just right out of the fridge. That's very tasty. That's very tasty. I have such wonderful subscribers that send me beer. And they send me wonderful beers too. Rico and Brandon and Jeff and Dale and Steve and Parrish. And I haven't heard from Parrish in a while. I think he may have got married, and that may have been quietus on him sending beers to me. She's going, oh, no, 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 that's for us. So, haven't heard from Parrish in a while. I hope he's doing okay. But there's a lot of great subscribers out there. Coming up, I think I looked today at 24,000, almost 24,500 subscribers. So, won't be long to be hitting that 25,000 mark. So, a lot of subscribers for this old silly country boy, hillbilly country boy, doing beer reviews, and I appreciate everybody watching. So, let's let this warm up. Coming up to room temperature, I might go out on the deck. I got to fire up the grill and cook some burgers, and see where this one ends up. I'm gonna fire up a stick too to go with this one. This is a pretty big beer. I'll be right back, guys. Hi guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Very tasty beer. Other half liked it too. She likes these bourbon barrel aged beers, just like I do. Very nice. It's warmed up. I've been sipping on it probably about 35-40 minutes, maybe 45 minutes or so. Very nice. Went very well with the Punch Bear knuckle cigar that I was having with this. Nice, roasty, leathery cigar. Earthy. Went very well with this wee heavy beer I've got here with the bourbon notes going on. I'm getting, now that it's warmed up, I'm getting vanilla, hints of toffee and caramel, dark fruit, figs, plums, raisins, whiskey, bourbon-esque flavors, and that's where the vanilla's coming from the barrels. Very tasty, very, very tasty. Very nice, well-made beer, especially being aged in the bottle for a couple of years, plus however long it was in the barrels, and then the brewing process. So it very well could be a 3-year-old beer. Wonderful aroma. Don't get a lot of bourbon barrel aged wee heavies, and this is a great example of one. So maybe they'll do this again down the road. So very tasty. A nice balance between the hops and the malt on this beer. For an 11%er, It drinks very easily. I've had 8%ers that were more boozy than this. Well done job, guys, at Clown Shoes. Wonderful beer. Really is. A great beer. Got the grill fired up, getting ready to throw the burgers on. Very tasty, fine and chose. Oh, I love the smell of the bourbon in here. Wow, that's delicious. That is so well made. Nice balance between the hops and the malt on this beer. The bourbon barrel aging kicks it up a notch, 2 or 3 or 12. Wonderful. I love this style of beer, especially when it's bourbon barrel aged. And calling it wee heavy, that's exactly what it is. This is a heavy beer. This is a big boy's beer. This is a sipper. This is not a chugger. This is not something you'd want to drink multiple bottles of by yourself, unless you're at home, and then you're going to stagger to the bedroom and fall down. You might not even make it there. You might fall down before you get to the bedroom. 11%er, very well made. Slight hints of the alcohol in there, not much. No burning or anything like that in the back of the throat. Very well done. Definitely an A beer for me, guys. I'll give this a 9 out of 10. It's got the bottled on date on it. It's got the ABV on it. Doesn't have the IBU. It's not that critical on this style of beer. It's not bitter whatsoever. A very nice balance on this beer. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it would probably be about 97 or 98 out of 100. So very tasty. Very, very tasty beer. Probably one of the top 10 wee heavies I've ever had. Very nice. Well, let's go over to Beer Advocate. They say 89 in a very good range. I think that number is considerably lower than it should be. Maybe even 10 points lower than it should be. At least 9 anyway. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says 96 overall, 96 in the style. I'm a big fan of Clown Shoes. I think they do some really tasty stuff. They have great customer service. I did have some bad ones from them, and they knew it, and they contacted me, and they shipped me new beers to replace them. They admitted they had some problems. Well done, guys. Y'all are a top-notch operation. I would like to get on your seasonal beer release. If you're interested in having me review your seasonal beer releases, give me a contact email, gtpuckett@comcast.net. I'm on several other breweries, Lagunitas, Six Point, and they send me their seasonal new releases, and I do appreciate that from those guys, and I would like to review some of your new stuff as it comes out. So, very tasty. Rico, thanks again, my brother, for sending me the wonderful beers that you do. We've got an 89, we got a 96, and we got about a 97 or a 98 from me, guys. It's pretty damn tasty. Definitely an A beer on the upper scale of a B beer, almost to the, A beer, almost to the 10. Very nice. Very, very nice beer. Very well made. So, that wraps it up from this one. Clown Shoes Ride the Lion Imperial, or they don't list it as an Imperial. Scotch Ale Wee Heavy. It is a heavy beer. It is a big boy's beer. 11%. This will get you in the hammer lane pretty quick. So if you've had this one from them, Clown Shoes Ride the Lion, let me know what you think of it, guys. I thought it was damn tasty. A lot of the Clown Shoes beers are pretty damn tasty. These guys got it going on up there. They're in Ipswich, Massachusetts. So very tasty. I loved it. Alright, let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow, guys. Come on back tomorrow. We'll go take a walk and see what's in that fridge. See you then.